All right, hello and welcome to another session of Fit Essentials. This is our basics class today. I've got my mom here live, so happy to have her here. And let's go ahead and we're going to come on up to your feet to get started. Okay. All right, go ahead and set your feet just underneath the hips, soft bend the knees. You're going to breathe in, circle those arms around, forearms together, palms together, bow down, pull the chin in towards the chest, pull the belly in towards the spine. Gently exhale here, and then on the inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the glutes, turn your face up towards the sky, divide the arms, opening through the chest. Good, we're going to go about 3 more times. Exhale, round down, make nice big circular patterns with your arms, pulling the chin into the chest. Good, and as you stand tall, circle those arms open, bring the elbows back by your shoulders, draw the shoulder blades down the spine as you look up towards the sky. Good. Twice more. Exhale, fold it down and in. Tuck yourself into a little ball. Say hello to your spine, chin to the chest. And then lift and open. Circle those arms open. Pull the shoulders down. Draw the elbows back. Spread those fingers wide. Beautiful. Last time. Exhale. Final inhale with the arm circles, lifting the chest. Squeeze that booty to protect that low back. Turn the head up towards the sky. Good. And final exhale on this cycle. Tuck it all down and in. Exhale just a little bit longer than you normally would. And on the next inhale, drop the arms down to the sides. Stand up nice and tall. Good job. Go ahead and walk your feet just a little bit wider. Let those arms be heavy at the sides. We're going to go into our rotational movements next. Starting with the arms away from the body. Turn the head if you're comfortable to do so. Just nice and fluid here. A couple times with the arms away from the body, and then when you're ready, start to slowly let them bend at the elbows. Gently tap the hands, lower part of the abdomen, back of the body and front of the body. Good. This is gently warm up the spine, get some good lymphatic flow and flow of your cerebral spinal fluid in the spine, up and down. Good job. See if you can time your breathing so that as the hand taps your body, you're exhaling. Good. Arms are heavy. Let the hips guide the motion. Very good. We're going to start to keep this motion going, but take the front hand and hit the upper part of the lung. Good. So thumb area of the front hand, upper part of the lung. Good job. Upper part of the rib cage there. Back hand still at that low back. Good job. Keep it moving there. So we're just coming like right up here. Thumb in the front of the shoulder, upper part of the lung. Good. A couple more on each side here, and then we'll take it back down with that front hand. Good. Get a nice soft bend in the knees. When you're ready, front hand drops from the upper part of the rib cage to the back to the lower part. Very good. Keep this rhythm going. Look over the shoulder as well. Exhale as you tap. Couple more, and then we'll go arms away from the body. Head up, eyes up. Nice. And then arms away like tree branches. Nice, long, like those willow trees, just floating in the way, floating the waves, floating in the breeze. Good. And then nice and slow, bring it down to a stop. Very good. All right, from here, keep that nice soft bend in the legs. Now let's make some really big circles with the hands. Reach in front of your body. Spread the fingers wide, open through the chest. Good job. We're going to go 4 times total. So 3 more. See if you can alternate which arm comes on top as you reach in front. Stay strong in that mid body. Good. 2 more. Reach, open. Wonderful. Last time. Reach out in front. Open through that chest and shoulders. Nice big circular patterns. Fantastic. All right. You're going to go ahead and take your left foot. Have a soft bend in the knee on that right foot. Leave that foot forward. Step your left foot back. You're going to start to open up these hips and a little bit of shoulder action as well. So let's start by crossing the arms over the shoulder. I dream of genie arms, chest nice and tall. Lifting up out of those hips. You're going to just gently shift the hip forward. Squeeze the glute of that trail leg. Rock it back. Lift up through the chest. Rock it forward. Squeeze the bum. Good. Couple more. Rock it back. Lift up, rock it forward, trying to squeeze the glute on that trail leg. Last time, back, forward, squeeze the bum, lift the chest, and relax those arms down. Good job. Same thing, other side. Step your left foot forward, right foot back. We're going to those I Dream a Genie arms over the shoulders. Very good. So feet firmly planted, front shin vertical. Lift up out of the hips, and again, rock it back, rock it forward, waking up the glute of that trail leg, opening the front of the hip gently. Lift the chest, eyes up, send the hips back, push that back hip forward, squeeze the bum. Good, one more, back, forward, lift the chest, and relax those arms down, walk the feet back in. Very good. From here, let's start to take it into a little side step and arm swing, crossing the arms over in front of the body, and then rotating the hands forward. So the hands spread wide, palms face forward as you step out. Excellent. Shoulders back and down, nice long neck here. Don't let those shoulders sneak up into the ears. Good. Keep that breathing fluid. So I like to inhale as I cross the arms over, gently exhale as I open through the chest. Very nice. Let's go a couple more each side. And go ahead and relax. Beautiful. All right, we're going to go back to the hip flexors, adding a little bit of a side reach and side stretch this time. So plant that right foot down nice and solid and step that left foot back like we did on those hip openers. From here, we're going to put the hands on the hips to start, and then you're going to take your left hand up by that left shoulder. When that front foot is firmly planted, you're going to start to reach the hand across the body, reach it across. Mom, why don't you face me so you can see in person? And then pull it back, and then engage that glute. Send the hip forward, reaching across the body. Good. Switch hands, switch leg, and back, and reaching across. The hand that's the leg that's back is the hand that should be reaching across. There you go. Open that hip. Good. And now we're going to start to reach over the forehead. Thumb over the forehead, reaching a little bit higher. Try to go a little bit higher, Diane. Back to the shoulder, and then gradually start to make your way, start to come over the head. There you go. Nice, Shirley. Breathe in as you bring it back, and then exhale as you start to reach over the head. Excellent. Twice more. Inhale and gently exhale. So squeezing the glute, coming right up and over the head. If your shoulder says, okay, that works for me. Last time, down and reaching right up over the head, looking up at the hand if you can, and down and rest. Good job. Walk that left foot in, stepping it back, hands on the hips. Let's go ahead and loosen up those hips a little bit with some hip circles, circling them around. But keep the chest nice and tall as you do these. There you go. And then go ahead and reverse directions when you're ready. Circle those hips the other way. Eyes up, chest up, just moving through the hips. Try to drop your chest down. There you go. All right, and then when you're ready, we're going to do that hip opener and side stretch on the opposite side. So you're going to set your left foot forward, right foot steps back, chest nice and tall. You're going to take your right hand up by the shoulder, left hand on the hip. We're going to start with that cross body reach. So you're reaching right across the body, shift the hip forward, inhale, pull the hand back, and then gently exhale as you reach across or slightly higher. Good. Inhale, pull it back, and exhale, stretch it out. Good. Couple more. Inhale and exhale. Try to still squeeze the glute on that trail leg as you reach. Good. And over, up. If you're good to go right up overhead, go ahead and do so. Reaching over the head, get a nice stretch in that side body. Good. Last time. Down and up. Squeeze the glute. If you're comfortable, peer up at that hand. You can glance up and come on down and shake it out. Good job. Walk that back leg in. Let's go ahead and grab a drink of water. We're going to warm up. Let's see. We're going to warm up the ankles just a little bit here. If you want to take a seat while you warm up your ankles, you can go ahead and take a seat now. Otherwise, you can join me standing. We'll practice a little bit of balance at the same time. So either from seated or standing, go ahead and set your right foot down nice and solid. If you are standing, lift everything up and in, balance as needed. Lift your left leg off the ground. And now we're going to go ankle circles here. About 5 to 8 to one side. A point to be really solid through the hips. Good. Feel free to set the foot down if you need or keep it up and switch directions of that circle. 5 to 8 times the other way. Very good. Alrighty, set that foot down. And same thing other side, nice and strong. Pull everything up. Imagine you got those imaginary strings pulling you up to the ceiling. Shoulders back and down, and now ankle rolls on your right foot. Very good. Set it down if you need. Take a pause. Or if you're good to stay on the single leg, go ahead and rotate the other way. My shoulders are starting to creep up into my ears. Draw them down the spine. And go ahead and set it down. Fantastic. All right, everyone, we're going to get ready for some side plank work. So I'm going to be demonstrating from an elevated position here. And we're also going to be doing some lateral leg raises. So those of you that may be down on the floor for this, you'll do your side plank on the arm. When we get into lateral leg raises, you're going to do a fire hydrant. I'm going to be demoing from standing, but Sharon here, if you want to do these, Diane, Shirley, up to you. I'm going to demo standing. We're going to work about 30 seconds on each exercise. After we do the left side of the body, we're going to come up to our feet, or those of us that are standing will stay on our feet, and we're going to do some march and punch and some cross crawl patterns in between each side. All right. So those of you that are working on the side plank from elevated, if at any point you don't quite feel stable on one arm, just hang out on two, do a front plank. Otherwise, we're going to make our way into position. We'll start by placing two hands down. We're going to come onto the left arm first. You can be against a wall, a countertop, whatever is best for you. Walk the feet back, and then you're going to gradually walk your feet to the side, lift up through the shoulder, and here we go. We're going to hold for upwards of 30 seconds. I'll tell you every 10. And keep a nice straight line, lengthening from one hand to the other. That's our first 10 seconds. Watch you don't sink down. So continue to lift up, eyes looking straight ahead. Draw that chin in. That's 20 seconds. If you feel like you can hold for another 10, keep breathing, holding strong, lifting up out of that support shoulder, and 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Go ahead and come out of that. So if you're on the ground, you're going to go on all four for the fire hydrants. If you're standing here, we're going to do some lateral leg lifts. So same side of the body, still working on that left side. When you're ready for the leg lift, you're going to cross the midline of the body, lift the foot and toes, and then glide it straight out. Good. Point the toe, bring it across, lift the foot, and gently glide. Good job. Over and up. You don't want to go so far that the toe rotates away on these lateral leg lifts. So keep the toes pointing straight ahead. You don't need to force anything. You just feel a little bit of an activation here in that glute on that side. Good. Cross and lift. Nice, Sharon. Over and up. Good. Couple more. Point the toe, cross the midline of the body, sweep it out. Good. Last one. Cross the middle, lift the foot, and glide it wide. Fantastic. All right, go ahead and shake it out. Anyone down on the floor, go ahead and make your way on up to your feet. March and punch is next. So standing nice and tall, you're going to bring the arms up at the shoulders. And when you're ready, you're going to lift one knee, punch across the body, trying to keep the lower body nice and level, nice and square, upper body punching across. Exhale as you punch. Good. We're going to vary this up a little bit. We're going to go about 20 seconds of a march and punch, and then about 20 seconds of a step jack. If anybody wants to do a jumping jack, that's your call. Couple more punches here. Exhale with that punch. Good. Smile. That's it. Hands up, chest up. And let's switch it up to those step jacks or jump jacks. Good job. Opening through the shoulders, back and down. Fantastic. Good. We'll go another 10 seconds here, then we'll take a little bit of break. Get ready for the opposite side of the body. Good. And 3, 2, 1, and take a pause. All right. Those of you working off the floor, go ahead and make your way back down to the floor. We're going to be going to the right side of the body for the side plank. Starting in 15 seconds. Those of us that are working here from an elevated position, place both hands down, walk the feet back, and then you're going to come onto your right arm if you're comfortable to come onto one arm. Here we go. Lifting up, looking straight ahead. Don't forget to breathe. Smile. Good job. We're working to lift those hips up against gravity. We don't want them to drop down. Don't want to sink into that shoulder. That's 15 seconds. I forgot to give you the 10. That's 20. Great job holding strong. 26, 28, 9, and 30. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring it on down. Either on all fours for fire hydrants or standing tall for these lateral leg lifts. It's going to be on the right side of the body this time. So shoulders back and down. Those of you standing, point the toe of the right leg. Cross the midline of the body. Lift the foot. Glide it out to the side. Good job. Watch the foot doesn't turn away. So across, lift, and glide. Beautiful. Not forcing anything. Just moving your legs in a little bit different orientation than you do on a regular basis. Fire in those little stabilizers of your hips. Very good. Over and up. Those of you standing here, you want to be sure that you're lifting up out of that support leg. Good. Couple more. Over and lift. Nice, ladies. Over and up, and go ahead and rest. Fantastic. If you're down on the ground, make your way on up. Those of us that are here standing, let's kind of give a little break on those hips. Kind of figure 8 a little bit here. Circle them around, trying to make like a little infinity sign. There you go. And then turn it the other way. Figure 8 the other way. Nice. All right, fantastic. We're going to practice our cross crawl patterns next. So standing tall, a couple of options here. Option 1, feet stay planted and you windmill with the upper body, reaching across. Option 2 would be pick up the opposite leg and reach across, coming onto single leg support. Option 3 would be the bent arm and bent knee version. 2, 1, here we go. Your choice. I'm going to demo the straight leg. Yeah, you can always do that windmill. Good. If you are picking your leg up, coming onto that single leg support, think about all those stabilizer muscles. So you want to work on that balance, just like we did with those ankle rolls, pulling up through the midline, showing control as you reach across the body. Very nice. Awesome. As you stand tall, really draw those shoulders back. Stand all the way up. Beautiful. 10 more seconds. Staying patient here. Good control. Reach across, standing tall. Excellent. Let's get one more on each side. Over and up, down and up from there. And go ahead and rest when you finish that. Excellent job. Let's grab a drink of water. We're going to do that one more time through, going back to the side plank on your left. Nice work, crew. After this next round, we'll have some stretching coming up next. We got to get all the way through this circuit first. All right, when you're ready, we're going to come into support on your left hand. So if you're doing the elevated version, 2 hands down, walk the feet up, and we're going to start our 30 seconds in 2, 1, and begin. Strong support out of that downside shoulder. You don't want to just sink into it. Hips and shoulders as square as you can. Go ahead, see if you can rotate that top shoulder back just a little bit, Shirley. Reach the hand back. There you go. Looking straight on. Good job. That's 17 seconds in. I forgot to give you the benchmarks before that. 20 seconds. Nice. Keep breathing. Keep holding. And 2, 1. There's our 30. Fantastic. Quadruped fire hydrant or standing tall for those lateral leg lifts on your left side. Alrighty, so think about lifting up out of the hips, shoulders back and down. Here we go with your left leg and across the midline of the body, lift the foot, glide it out. Excellent. Over and out. Good. Point the toe, lift the foot, gentle glide. Good. Halfway, we're going to go another 15 seconds here. Keeping those shoulders back and down, chest tall. Fantastic. Let's get 2 more. Over, up, last one, and rest. All right, fantastic. If you're on your feet, stay on your feet. If you're on the floor, make your way up to your feet. We're back to a little bit of blood flow, march and punch, and our step or jump jacks. Starting in 3, 2, 1, march and punch first. If you want a little extra challenge, you can add a little hop to it. Otherwise, just stand tall. Exhale with that punch. Good. Practice lifting the foot and toes as much as you lift the knee. So get that whole foot lifting up, practicing on preventing falls. Fantastic. All right, couple more punches here, and then we're gonna switch it up to about 15 seconds of some step jacks. If it doesn't feel good to reach overhead, you can go side to side as well. There you go. Nice. Don't forget to breathe. Holding your breath. Excellent. Couple more times here. Opening through the shoulders. Fantastic. And 2, 1, and take a pause. All right, we've got the second side of the body. They'll be all done with this circuit. So making your way onto your right side. Side plank first. Good. We'll start in 10 seconds. Place both hands down. Shimmy those feet back, coming into a side lift here. And 2, 1, come on up. Remember, the lower your hand is, the harder it's going to be. So I could even lean against a wall here and not have my hands so low. I'm using the chair. That's 10 seconds. I'll do my best to remember our benchmarks this time. There's 15 for halfway. Excellent job. Good job spreading from shoulder to shoulder. We're over 20 seconds in. 25. And 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Either final quadruped fire hydrants or our leg lifts here on the right leg. All righty. Standing nice and tall. If you're here with me on the leg lifts, right leg, excuse me, right, this is your right. Cross the midline of the body, lift the foot, and glide it out. Good job. Never forcing. Sometimes the toe will want to swing away, kind of rotate out and away. That means you're going a little bit too far. So keep all the toes pointing straight ahead. We're halfway through here. Glide it out. Point across, lift the foot, glide. Couple more. Keep lifting up out of that support hip. And 2, 1, and take that rest. All right, fantastic. Come on up. Or actually, if you're, you can either stand up for the cross crawl. We're going to practice the knee to the opposite elbow. If your balance is a little bit awkward to lift the knee up that high, join me in from a seated position for this knee to elbow. All righty, so either standing or seated, draw the shoulders back, lift up through the hips. We're going to bring the arms up to 90 degrees. And when you're ready, you're going to lift the leg, bring the arm across the body. Good job. Shoulders back and down. Bring it across and open. Fantastic. Think about gently exhaling as you pull the knee towards the elbow. Inhale as you stand or sit tall. Gentle exhale and inhale. Very good. Halfway through, just a little bit more than. It's our final exercise of the circuit, and we'll be doing some stretches next from seated. Good. Establish that balance up and across. Good, let's get one more on each side. Pull it together, open the chest, draw it together, and take a rest. All right, great work. Circuit 1 done. Let's go ahead and come into seated, either on the chair or on the floor. Feel free to grab a drink of water if it's convenient. All righty. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, right up on those sit bones. Interlace the hands, reach straight up to overhead. Very good. And then just gently side bend. Excellent. Inhale, come back up to center. Lift up once again, and then to the opposite side. Fantastic. We're going to go one more each way. Feel free if you need to shake the arms out for a second, lower them down. And then we'll go back up for one more time each way. Draw the chin in, sit as tall as you can to those sit bones, reach straight up in the air, and then we'll gently take it to one side. If you want to take the hand, grab the opposite wrist. Give a little overstretch there. Good, back to center. Grab the other wrist and gently encourage that arm across. And release, fantastic. Bring those arms down. All right, from here, we're going to start to open up through the hips. So if you're on the floor, you can lie on your back. We're going to start with your left leg. You're going to interlace the hands, Draw that left knee towards the left shoulder, and let's go ahead and revisit those ankle rolls from this position. Good. Those of you here seated, make sure that you're not shrugging up and into those ears. Draw the shoulders down. Switch directions of the ankle. Rotate the other way. Very good. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Place that foot down. Sitting up nice and tall. Interlace the hands. Pull that opposite leg towards the same side shoulder. And ankle rolls on that side. Very good. 5 to 8 in one direction. And then when you're ready, switch directions of the ankle. Lift the toes, point the toes. Roll it around. Fantastic. All right, set that foot down. We're going to go back to the first leg, and we're going to take it into the glute stretch. So interlace the hands, grab onto that shin, pull it into your chest, and now you're going to pull it across the body towards the opposite shoulder. So pull it across the body, straighten the one leg. Yep, pull it in, pull it across. Very good. You can either hold it in place here. You can gently glide the leg up and down. Very nice. We're going to go from glute stretch into figure 4. So just take that foot, rest it on top of the knee of that opposite leg, and then invite that knee to drop on down. Good. Never forcing here. We're going to hold this one about 30 seconds. If you'd like to use your left hand on the left knee, just encourage a little bit more stretch. Just don't want to see you start to grimace. All right, let's close the eyes and let's spend about another 3 breaths here. Really tune into your breathing as we finish this stretch. In through the nose. Nice deep breath, and gently out through the mouth. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Try to breathe in deep through the nose. And gently exhale. Good job. After that 3rd breath, make your way out of that position. And we're going to go same thing on the opposite side. So we have glute stretch first. Interlace the hands. Pull that shin, knee towards the same side. And then you're going to bring it across. If you're seated here, you can cross that leg over and then readjust your hands, hugging it in. We can just get a little bit of opening here on the outer part of the hip. Draw that chin in towards the chest. About 3 cycles of breathing here, and then we'll move into that figure 4 hip stretch. Good. When you're ready, try to keep that foot on the thigh, and then just gradually lower that knee down in that figure 4 position. If you're on the floor, you're going to cross the leg over, hug the leg up and in. Good. You can use the hand here on that outer part of the knee. You're seated, sit tall, draw the chin in. I invite you to close the eyes, and then nice, smooth breathing. 3 cycles of breathing on this side. Think about you're trying to expand your rib cage as you breathe in. Send the air to the outer aspects of the lungs. Final time, and unwind from there. Very good. If you're on the floor, you can make your way into child's position onto all fours. If you're seated here with me, you're going to sit up nice and tall, bring the hands onto the thighs, draw the belly in towards the spine, and you're going to just gently bow the head down and slide the hands down the legs. Just as far as you're comfortable, to get a nice gentle stretch into that low back. And once you're feeling that stretch, 3 cycles of breathing here, try to send your air into where you feel that tension in your body. Inhale, expand that area of tension. Gently exhale, maybe a little bit more into the stretch. One more breath. On that next inhale, make your way on up. We're coming into cat-cow next. So either on all fours or from seated. Those here seated, hands on the lower aspects of the thighs. We're going to start with the exhale. Roll the shoulders forward. Draw the belly in towards the spine. Tuck the head down towards the chest. And then gently inhale. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the head and neck, looking up towards the sky. Good job. About 3 more cycles. Exhale. Tuck it down and in. Roll those shoulders forward. Inhale, lift. Lift the chest, pull those shoulders back, gently arch. Let's go 2 to 3 more at your own tempo. Very good. Moving with the cycle of your breathing. Final time. Fantastic. Go ahead and finish that. When you're all done there, let's make your way back up to your feet. We're gonna do a couple more stretches from standing, and then we're gonna work some step ups and some good mornings or deadlifts. We're also gonna be doing the seated row with a band here today. So I didn't mention that at the start of class. If you have a band that you can utilize, you're gonna wanna have that out and available. And also somewhere that you could step up onto if that's workable for you. All right, before we jump into that, we're gonna do a couple more stretches for the low back. So we're gonna do our toe touch first. Going to walk the feet in. You wanna have all 10 toes pointing straight ahead. Keep a nice soft bend in those knees. Draw the belly in towards the spine. And then we're gonna tuck the chin to the chest. Just nice and slow. Slide the hands down the thighs. And we're inviting our spine to just gently round here. So we're just intentionally rounding down. Nice stretch, backside of the legs. Keep holding that strength in the legs, also in the midline of the body. Breathing here for a couple of cycles. Listen to your intuition though. If you need to come out of it, please do, no forcing. Good. On that next inhale, gradually start to come on up, tucking those hips under, coming up about 1 segment at a time until you're standing nice and tall. Fantastic. Going to roll those shoulders back. Alrighty. So we did the rounded spine position for some warm up. Now let's practice a nice long spine position. So you're going to walk your feet just a little bit wider. They're about hip width apart. We're going to go Hydrants shoulders, or if you want to open the chest more, you can go behind the head. So I'm going to demo from the front of the body. Soft bend those knees, midline strong. So belly is pulled in. And now you're going to think about sending those hips straight back. Keeping a nice flat back, long spine, pull the chin in so you're looking down as you bow forward. Push through your legs, standing tall, squeeze the glutes at the top. Excellent. Soft bend in those knees, draw those shoulders back, bowing forward. Say hello to your hamstrings. Good, and then stand tall from there. Very good. Surely just keep that chest as tall as you can as you bow forward. So think about hinging at those hips. Sending those hips back, chest up as you bow forward. I know it seems like it's kind of counterintuitive, and stand from there. So you just want to think chest broad, long spine. 1 or 2 more. That's better. Hips back, bending at the waist. Excellent. Great, Diane. And straight up from there. Squeeze the glutes to the top. All right, and rest from there. Now we're going to do 1 leg at a time. So with that soft bend the knees, you can keep the hands over the shoulders, or again, you can go back to this behind the head position. You're going to root down through your right leg, take your left foot, heel down, toe up, just extend it out in front. And then from here, we're going to bow forward. You typically aren't going to bow as far as you do on a double leg, because now you're going to get that tension a little bit sooner in the hamstring. Standing tall. Lifting up out of those hips again, practicing that long spine posture, bowing forward. Say hello to that hamstring on your left. Good. Really make sure you keep that heel planted on your right leg. Soft bend the knee on the right leg, bowing down, looking down towards that front foot as you bow forward. Standing tall. Let's go 1 more. Belly draws in, long spine, tall chest. Pull those toes back towards your face as you bow forward. And come on out of that. All right, you should have had your left foot forward. So pay attention to that, because we're going to loosen up those hips once more in between sides. Back to our figure 8s. So let's lead with your left foot first. Kind of trace it forward, trace it back, and then the right hip. Good. You either have the hands on the hips or feel free to do a little imaginary hula dancer. Woo! There you go. Circle through. Feel the movements. Very good. All right, now we're going to try to switch. So we led with your left hip first. Now we're going to start with the right hip. Lead the right hip forward and back around. Very good. Hula this other way. Nice. Fantastic. This is a great way to not just loosen up the hips, but give some relief to that lower back. It might look a little funny. You might feel a little bit funny, but hey, if you can feel better, it's worth it. All right, fantastic. Go ahead and relax that down. Let's say hello to the hamstring on your right side. So walk those feet back in, all 10 toes pointing straight ahead. Go ahead and establish that soft bend in the knee. Really root down into that left foot as you pick up that right foot, heel down, toes up. Keeping that soft bend in the left. Here we go, tall chest, long spine, keeping that broad chest as you bow forward. Saying hello to that hamstring on the right leg, and then standing tall. Good job. We'll go 3 to 5 times here. Lifting up out of those hips. Send the hips back. Pull those toes towards your face on your right leg, and standing tall. Good job. 2 to 3 more. Chin in. Much better back position, Shirley. Looks great. And straight up. Nice. Maybe one more here. Bowing down just until you feel a little bit of tension in the back of the right leg. I know for me on this side, it's more on the back of my knee than my hamstring, and rest from there. All right, friends, grab your water, and then we're going to get ready for our first series. We're going to be working between 30 and 45 seconds of each. Deadlift, step ups, one leg at a time, and then our seated row with our band. All right, so if you're a little bit unsure of the deadlift, you're welcome to hold a weight or just cross your arms over the chest and mimic the good morning throughout. Otherwise, I'm going to encourage you to pick a little bit of weight up off the ground. So I'm just going to hold a dumbbell here right between my hands. I'm going to hold it right between the legs. I'm going to draw the shoulders back, walk the feet a little bit wider. Mom, I wouldn't drink the water out of that sink. The piping's kind of funky. I'd just go to the kitchen. All right, soften those knees, draw the belly in, and then when you're ready, we're going to keep the weight close to our body, keeping it right between the legs, bringing it down to about the level of the knees. If you can get it all the way to the ground and feel comfortable with that, you can lower it all the way to the floor, squeeze the glutes and stand. Excellent. Shoulders back, long spine. You send those hips back, over and up. Excellent. I'm going to go about another 30 seconds here, about 15 seconds in. Controlling down and then stand up with confidence. Good job. Straight up from there, Diane. Nice, Shirley. Over and up. Good. And just see if you can start to move a little bit more fluid. So coming down under control. And then once you find that bottom position, stand up nice and smooth. Excellent. Driving your knees out just a little bit as you hinge forward, ensuring they're not diving in. Over and up. Good job. Let's get about 1 or 2 more. I'm going to come a little bit closer. Take a peek. Nice. And 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and rest. All right, we're going to make our way to the step ups next. We're going to start with step ups on your left foot. So I'm going to use a little step stool here. Make sure that your area is clear. If you need to have a little something to steady yourself on, maybe stand near a wall or use a chair. And we're going to take the foot on and off the stool this time. So when you're ready, you're going to pick the left foot up, place as much of the foot on there as you can, chest tall, drive down, come all the way up. And then you're going to step back, keeping the left foot there, take it off the bench, and then pick it back up, place it back on. Open the hip and controlling down. Good job. We're going to stay on this left side, working the left leg for 45 seconds approximately, and then we'll switch. So as always, what are we paying attention to on the step ups? Mostly the knee position and the hip position. So you want to really think about pushing that big toe down. That's going to support the ankle. When the ankle is supported, it helps the knee, helps the hip, all the way up the chain. So I push through my heel, I push that big toe down, open the hip, and control it back. Excellent. Let's get about 2 more reps. Eyes up, chest tall, step it back. Good. Up, open, down, and take a pause. Fantastic. Just take a short rest here, and then we're going to do the same thing on the right. So when you're ready, I'm going to face straight on this time. Pick up that right foot as much as your foot on the bench as you can. 2, 1, here we go. Knee stays level, and also pay attention to the hips. Sometimes our hips will kick out to the side that your foot is stepping down. So as we practice the balance on the floor, you want to utilize some of that same work as we're stepping up here, lifting up through your midline, drawing the shoulders back, holding strong. Very good. And you want to practice standing all the way up on that leg as able. So you're going to drive your foot into the chair or into the stair, standing tall through the hip, then bring the other one into meet. Good job. We're just over 30 seconds in. About another 15. Excellent job. Keep yourself breathing. Same foot here, stepping it up, stepping off. Excellent. Let's go one more rep. Drive that foot down, stand tall. And 2, 1, take a pause. All right, let's go ahead and take a seat. And grab your long band. Seated row with the band is next. So make sure you sit right up on your sit bones. We're gonna put the band around one foot, stand tall, or sit tall rather. Shoulders back and down. All right, so you're gonna reach your arms straight out in front, palms facing down towards the floor. And then you're gonna draw the shoulders back, pulling the elbows back behind you as you rotate the palms up towards the ceiling. So palms down, rotate the hands, palms up as you draw it back and in. Good, reaching forward. Exhale as you retract your shoulders back, broad chest, and reaching it back out. Good. And practice holding this position in the back. So I'm gonna hold for 1 to 2 seconds and then reaching out. Breathe in as you reach, exhale as you row. Try to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good job. A few more. Reach it out. Draw it back and in, sitting as tall as you can here. Reach and row. Final one. Reach, squeeze, and rest. Fantastic. Go ahead and take that band off. We're going to continue to stay here, and we're going to open the shoulders a little bit with the band. So take a nice relaxed grip on the band. Reach your arms out in front of your body. You're going to bring it right up to overhead and reach them back behind you. Yep. And then down in front. Feel better to do it from standing. You can stand up to do it. And then pull it back. Excellent. 2 to 3 more. Down in front. I've got nice long arms here. And then as I pull it back, I think about kind of pulling the band out. So I just give a little tension out to the sides. Invite those shoulders to open. And just watch the head position. Sometimes when we draw the arms back, we lose the head forward. So keep pulling that chin in. Keep the front of your ribs tucked down so you don't arch back as well. One more time. Bringing it back and lowering it down. Fantastic. All right, grab a sip of water. We're going to meet back to our deadlifts here in about 30 seconds. So if you have different options of weights, if you want to get a little bit heavier weight, you can warm up to the next level. All right, if you're going to set the weight on the floor before you start, you're going to want to set it right between the feet. And you're going to stand right over top. The silver is 25, 15. All right, from here, soft bend the knees. Check in with your midline. We don't want to be arched through the spine here. So you're going to rock the hips back, draw the belly in. And now from here, we're going to bow forward, hinging at the hips, reaching down for that weight. Soft bend those knees. Push through your feet. Standing tall, squeeze the glutes. Very good. Controlling down, sending those hips back. And then standing tall. You shouldn't feel any pressure in the low back. Pull the belly in. If you're getting any kind of tension as you lower down, see about not taking it down so far. So maybe taking a little bit shorter range of motion, hands by the knees. Good. Roll those shoulders back shortly. Keep that chest tall as you bow forward. Very nice. There you go, Diane. That's better, Shirley. And controlling down. Maybe 2 more reps. Push through your feet, squeeze those glutes, just stand tall. Yep, and then belly draws in as you lower down. Final time, stand tall, squeeze the glutes. Yep, and then you're gonna control it back down to the floor. Set it on down and rest. Fantastic. All right, make sure that weight is not gonna get in the way of your step ups. And we're gonna head back to our stairs or back to your step stool for the left leg first. All righty, go ahead and place that left foot up on the step. Chest nice and tall. Ready, here we go. Open the hips, hips nice and level. Control down, and you're gonna bring that left leg off the step and then back on. Last week we did a version where we kept it up there the whole time. So just different options here, practicing a little bit different variations. Good. Knee alignment, hip alignment. Chest as tall as you can. Sometimes we'll kind of lose our chest forward as we stand tall. So eyes looking straight ahead. Very good. That's 30 seconds in. Go about another 15. Stand with confidence. That downward force, think about pushing your foot into that step, holding strong in the midline as you do so. Let's go one more rep here. Step it off, step it back up, open the hips, standing tall, and then bring it on down. All right. We're going to loosen up those hips in between legs. This time, just a little hip rock side to side. It's kind of a little dip, dippity dip. Very good. If you want to add a little side reach with it, you can. One hand on the hip, rock the hip to the side. Reach that same side arm up to overhead. Excellent. Let's get two more on each side. Just gentle shift, reach. Wonderful. Up, reach. If you're comfortable to look up at the hand, add that upward glance to it. All right, last time. Up and reach. Down and up and stretch. Second time. Fantastic. All right, let's take it back to the step up, this time on your right leg. Make sure your safe area is safe. Full foot up there if you have enough space on your step. And here we go. Drive that foot down. Think about trying to activate that big toe, pushing your big toe down. All the other toes will tend to follow the lead of that big toe. Good job. And sometimes we keep a really good alignment of the knee and the hips as we come up to the top of the step. And then sometimes as we're stepping off, that's when the knee will tend to drop in. So pay attention. You're doing work on the up, and you also want to do good, strong work on the down. Good. Full foot, eyes up, chest up, standing tall, and taking it back. That's 30 seconds, but another 15. Keep that breathing fluid. No holding the breath. Wonderful. One more rep, and then we're going to head back down for the seated row. 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. Taking a seat, grabbing your bands. All right, fantastic. Sit up nice and tall. Go ahead and bring the band around one foot. Nice long arms as you reach the arms straight out. And then when you're ready, you're going to draw those elbows back, rotate the palms up towards the ceiling. Good. Inhale as you reach out, and exhale. Squeeze those shoulders together. Open the chest as much as you can. So we're strengthening the mid back and those shoulders. Position of the shoulders, training those shoulders to sit back on the rib cage so we don't have that rounded forward posture. Excellent. Breathe in as you reach forward, and then exhale, pull it all back and in. Fantastic. Reach it out, draw it back. Couple more. Reach, row, squeeze, and hold. Last time. Out. And in, and rest. All righty, I know I need to grab my water. Got a little catch in my throat. You can either stand up for the shoulder openers or you can stay seated, but we're gonna open up our shoulders one more time. And then time just flew by this hour. We'll get into our cool down stretch next. All right, wide grip on the band, shoulders back and down, straight arms out in front of the body. You're gonna pull it up and back behind you, not arching the back, so ribs pulled in, chin pulled in, lowering it down in front, bringing it up and back. And now we'll start to add a little bit of movement. So you can rotate your body here with it up overhead, kind of opening up through those shoulders a little bit differently. Couple times to each side. Very good. Maybe one more time. After you finish those rotations, go ahead and bring it down. Rest those arms a little bit. We're going to do a couple more. All right, beautiful. This time when we come up to overhead, now we'll go into that side bend. So if you are standing, make sure your feet are a little bit wider, or even seated here, feet a little bit wider. And now we'll take it to one side. Feels so good to stretch that side body. Breathe in as you come back to center. And then when you're ready, think about being long through that side body as you bend. Breathe in back to center one more time each way. Gently take it to the side. Good, back to center, and second time, second side. Over and back. Good, bring it down in front. We're gonna do one more movement with the band to open those shoulders, but just going to rest them down for a second. Feel free to roll those shoulders back, give a little bit of relief. So I'm just kind of rolling them up into my ears, then back and down. Very good. And then when we bring this band back up to overhead, you're going to bring it back down behind the back of the neck. So retract those shoulders back. And now we're going to lift it straight up. And then shoulders back and down. Good. Really opens that chest. Really try not to lose the head forward. Draw that chin in. Try to make like a triple chin with your head and neck. And then just opening through the chest, lifting up. Draw those elbows back. Draw the shoulders back. Good. Let's go two more. Eyes up. Look straight ahead here as you do this. Chin up, eyes up. Very good. Great to see your faces. One more time. Reach and lower. Smile and up and down. Good. Go ahead and set that band down. Fantastic. Let's see. Come on up to standing. I'd like to open the shoulders using a door, or I'm going to use the garage here. So I'm going to take about another 7 minutes or so. Get some good stretching in for the upper body and spine. All righty. As you make your way to the door, let's go ahead and bring your elbow up to about 90 degrees, level with the shoulder here. And then you're going to place your whole forearm on the post or on the door. Yep. Going to draw the belly in so the ribs are down. Step your inside leg forward. And then just ever so gently, you're going to lean the chest forward. Feel a nice opening on the front of the chest with the side, the arms against. And then the non-stretching arm, you're going to reach that arm out, reach it away, turn your body, turn your head, looking over that shoulder. And then when you're ready, you'll start to go into some nice smooth circular patterns here. We're going to go backwards circles first, only as large as you're comfortable to do so. Very good. Do one more time backwards. Good. And then reverse directions, bringing it forward 2 to 3 times. Circle that arm forward. Excellent. Up and around. Ooh. One more time. Very good. And then go ahead and come off the wall. Pay attention to which side you're stretching. So I was on my right side. Just take note if you're on the same side or different side. In between sides, Sure, you put your hands right up here on the wall. I'm going to demo on the chair here so I don't turn my backside to you. We're going to place the hands right about shoulder height or the height of your face. Walk your feet back, draw your belly in, and then lower the head between the arms just ever so slightly, making sure you're not arching the mid-low back, but you want to feel a little bit of an opening through your mid-back. Yep, so just hands holding on. I'm holding on to the back of the chair here, lowering my head down. I kind of feel this opening more in my lats today for me than my mid-back, but I'm pretty tight there. Good. When you're ready, stand on up, walk the feet in, and now we're going to stretch your chest, pec area on the opposite side. So again, I did my right side first. Now I move into the left. Elbow about 90 degrees. Place that whole forearm against the wall. Inside leg steps forward. Draw the belly in, draw the ribs down, and then ever so gently lean your chest forward. Feel a nice opening on the front of that chest. Once you get a little bit of a stretch there, rotate your body away from the side that you're stretching. Rotate out and away. And now we'll start our arm circles. We're going to go 2 to 3 backward circles first. Reaching up and back, back and down. Wonderful. Smile as you circle the arms. After 2 to 3 backwards, then reverse it 2 to 3 times, bringing it forwards. Good. Up and forward. Beautiful. One more time. Good. When you're ready, go ahead and come on off the wall there. Shake it out. Before we take a seat, we're going to go behind the back stretch. So you're going to walk your feet outside the hips, have a soft bend in those knees. Check in with your midline here. Pull the ribs down and in. If you can interlace the hands, you're trying to interlace those fingers. If you're like, I cannot reach my hands behind me, then use your band or a towel and then hold on to the band behind your body. Just try to straighten out those elbows, draw the shoulders back. And then up to you here. You can either stay tall or you can add a forward fold to it. With that soft bend in the knees, you can send the hips back and then pull the arms or that towel band right up over your shoulders if you can. Guess what? Back to that breath, breathing, nice deep breath, back of the rib cage. If you are in that forward fold, when you're ready, come on up. Release those arms, everyone, and shake it on out. Fantastic. All right, let's take it back to seated. We're going to do our spinal rotation with the shoulder rolls and a couple neck exercises to finish it out. We're ready. So if you're seated on the floor, you can do a seated twist, one leg out, hug the leg in. If you're here in the chair with me, you're going to sit tall. You can take your left hand to the right thigh. Either keep the feet on the floor or cross that leg up and over. And then right hand to the right shoulder. So you're going to pull this left hand into the thigh, sit as tall as you can, rotate the head, and then rotate the elbow. Shoulder rolls back and down. Turn the head and the eyes. You want to try to look as far as you can into the corner of your area here, whether you're in the yard or in the room, in the garage here. As you breathe in, think about trying to sit a little bit taller, get some length into the spine. And then as you exhale, think about pulling just ever so slightly more into that twist. One more breath. Breathe in, lengthen, and exhale, gently twist. Beautiful. Go ahead and rest that arm down. Come back to center. We're going to do our mid-back rotations in between sides. So you can come onto hands and knees if you'd like. Hand behind the head, draw the belly in. Elbow towards that opposite thigh. And you're going to sit tall, hand on the inside of the knee, turn the body looking over that shoulder. Good. We're going to go 3 to 5 times. Breathe in, circle down, lift up, and gently rotate. Pause in that open position, turning the elbow, pulling that elbow back. We're following it with the eyes. Down and up. Breathing in as you bring the elbow towards the opposite thigh, and then gently exhale. Try to get as much air out of the lungs as you're confident to do so. You'll get a little bit more rotation if there's less air in the lungs. Last time on this side, down, sit tall, and gently pivot. Beautiful. All right, same thing other side, and then we'll finish with those spinal rotations. So opposite arm, hand behind the head, draw the chin in. Draw the belly in as you bring that elbow to the opposite thigh. Sit tall, option to use that hand on the knee. Good. Breathe in as you close it down. And gently exhale as you rotate. A few more. Good. 2 more. Very good. Turn the head, turn the eyes. Last one. And rest. Very good. Once you finish those rotations, then we're going to go that seated rotation with the shoulder rolls. This time you're going to take the right hand to your left thigh, option to cross that left leg over. Sit as tall as you can. And now we're going to turn the body as you pull your thigh up and around, and then rotate that elbow up and back. Just a seated twist is great. You don't have to worry about the shoulder rolls. Yeah. Good. Sit tall, turning the head. Then we're going to breathe in, lengthen through the spine, and then on the exhale, try to hold that length as you rotate just ever so slightly. Good. One more. And rest. Fantastic. If you were crossing the legs, go ahead and uncross the legs. Come on back to seated. All right, and then just a couple of neck exercises to finish. So sit nice and tall. Draw the chin into the chest. You're going to look straight down. Say hello to the back of the neck. Never forcing. And then when you're ready, draw the chin in. Gently look up. Good. Back to center. We're going to do that twice more. Option with a little overpressure. So draw the chin in, looking down. If you'd like, fingertips on top of the head. Emphasize the gentle. Very good. And then we're going to go hands over the collar or over the chest, under the collarbones. Gently draw the skin down as you look up. Good. We're going to do the second version of this right here. So stay where you are, gently draw the skin down, pull the chin into the chest again. And as you look up, you're going to turn your chin towards the right side of your room. Turn your eyes like you're trying to look over on the right side as much as you can. Feel that stretch in the front of the neck on probably your right side. Good. Couple of breaths there. Again, never forcing. Bring yourself out of that. We're going to do the same thing the other side. Draw the chin in, gently looking back, and then turn the head and neck. You're looking over your left shoulder this time. Chin up. Good. Turn the eyes, looking over that left shoulder as far as you can. One more breath, and then down and relax there. Good job. Release the hands, and then small little circles here with the head, up and around, up and back. Good. Invite this to be relaxing. Go ahead and reverse directions. Gently rotate the other way. Final movement here before our final 3 breaths to release those traps. All right. So for our breathing here at the end, go ahead and stretch your arms out to the side. As we breathe in, we're going to elevate those shoulders up and into the ears. Breathe in, shoulders up, and then exhale. Pull them down, broad chest. Good. Twice more. Breathe in. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears, and then on the exhale, this is where we want the shoulders to live, back and down, long neck. Good. One more time. Breathe in. Say, I don't know. Shoulders up, I don't know. And then exhale, pull those shoulders down and release. All right, everybody, round of applause. Thank you for being here. Time flew today. We'll save that last piece that we were planning for Thursday's classes. Just keep drinking your water, eat some vegetables, get some sunshine if the rain will stop, and we'll talk to you soon.